listening right now. How are you doing? How's your day coming? Great, I suppose. 8 minutes gone past 5 p.m. The 26th day of the month 20. Yeah, I mean, in the year 2023, the month of April in 2023. Time is ticking, man. I remember when it was just, it was about Happy New Month and everything. It's the 26th day already. How's it coming? The plans today pan out the way you wanted them to? Or you're still waiting for those signatures to be appended? Or are you still praying that someone would come around? Whatever the case, remember to leave as time passes, okay? Don't just exist. Remember to breathe. Sometimes things may not go as you want them to go, hiccups here and there. People will disappoint you, even people that really wanted to help you. They were not bad people, but somehow things just didn't go as planned, even on their end. So in turn, they sort of just disappoint you. Take it easy. Okay, you go again. Tomorrow is another day. Go again. First you don't succeed, dust yourself up and try again. Welcome! It is Super Citizen at Sunset. It is time for us to get started on the show. Okay, so usually on the show we get to have fun, we get to learn new things, we get to just enjoy ourselves as we keep you company as you drive home from work. Did you make it to work today, or are you waiting for Monday? Are you one of those people that once there's a public holiday, you do not, you don't make it to the office until the Monday of the following week? It doesn't matter if it was just on Monday that was the holiday. Once there's a public holiday on that Monday of that week, you're not going to work again. You travel. Next time they see you is the Monday of the following week. I don't even become a preacher woman this evening. I just hope that you turn a new leaf. Because if your holiday is one day, please keep it one day. All right, and if it's 2 days, keep it 2 days. Say Monday, Tuesday, return to work on Wednesday. If it's only Monday, return to work on Tuesday. Some people want, the stiff punishment be promised. People want consequences to be very dire before they do the right thing. It doesn't always have to be like that. You can just decide to be a good person. How about that? Right. So that's a word from me to you today. 5:10. That's what the time is. Between now and bottom of the hour, 5:30, I'll be bringing you up to speed with everything you need to know about this day. Interesting information about this day. I'll tell you what happened today in history. I'll tell you what we're celebrating around the world today. And I'll also tell you what else? Yeah, what we've been doing here on Citizen FM 93.7. And right after that, at 5:30, we'll be switching things up. I'll be bringing you up to speed with what's happening in and around Africa. Okay, things going on in Nigeria. Some stories I'm hearing, the story from Kenya. People starved to death because they wanted to meet God. They are finding bodies. They are discovering bodies up and down. I'll bring you up to speed with that. But Sudan, yes, the ceasefire right now. It's it's on shaky grounds. A lot of people don't trust the process yet, but we can't give up right now. Half bread, they say, is better than none. So there's an existing ceasefire, and we're hoping that it really is the thing. But even at this time, countries are still evacuating. Nigeria has started. According to fresh reports we're seeing, they said they'll be leaving for Egypt very soon. That's stranded Nigerians in Sudan. But then again, there's another report of how that there is a proposal to spend $1.2 million to buy buses to be able to move Nigerians from Sudan to Egypt and another country. And I'm like, wow. Okay, so why don't we just rent these buses? Right? Why don't we just rent them? Or even do some partnership of some sort with people. So is it at this time we'll be earmarking that amount of money to use to buy buses? So when they serve purpose, what next? $1.2 million, 40 buses. That's what they're proposing. Is wow. Anyway, all those stories, we'll be looking at them as well, so stay with me, okay? That would happen between 5:30 and top of the hour, 6 o'clock, and then at 6, I will be bringing you the news, a comprehensive news bulletin, Citizen FM News at 6. And after that, it's just going to be like gliding all the way fun Yeah, so stay with me, okay? Alrighty, people, let's take a break at this time. When I return, more coming your way.
Abuja. Wake up. Reach out. Speak up. Speak out. You are the voice of a new generation. And this is your station. Talk Radio 93.7 Citizen FM. Abuja. Wake up. Reach out. Speak up. Speak out. You are the voice of a new generation. And this is your station. Talk Radio 93.7 Citizen FM.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Super Citizen at Sunset on Citizen FM 93.7. This is the fun-packed radio show you heard about. Did you miss any one of our programming today? Join me, Didi, from the Citizen Pot when we run through our programs from sunrise. Stay abreast, get informed on news roundup. It even gets better. Do you think you know Nigeria? Answer 3 questions correctly and be one of our daily winners on quizzes. It is the full package. Let's take you back, way back on African vibes. Let's celebrate the African people, the rich cultures across borders, the languages, the good food, and wealth of excellence on African vibes. Join me every Monday to Friday, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. It is on Citizen FM 93.7 Abuja.
Dun, 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 dun. 5:16, that's what the time is. What are we celebrating around the world today? 26th day of April, right? International Guide Dog Day. So the thing is, right, a lot of people are not, very open to these dog gists around the side. So it's mostly about humans, food, and, related matters. But there are people who still appreciate their pets, those who own them. If you do own a dog, it is International Guide Dog Day. So guide dogs provide opportunities for social interaction and greater independence for legally blind dogs, even blind adults rather, pardon me. The guide dogs, right, what they do is they provide guide for adults who may not be able to see. So they're trained to be guide dogs. So today is their day for all the good works that they a shop And one of the rules for members of staff at her organization is that you must have a piece of denim every day. Yep. It could be Ankara sewn into denim. It could be denim jeans. Somehow, just get creative. Not basic jeans and shirts. Not basic trousers and shirts. No. You have to get creative. And I like what she does there. It's an eatery. I like it. It's beautiful when you're walking and you see patches of denim or Ankara patches on denim. It's amazing. And the members of staff, they're really creative. So here's a shout out to them for people who support denim. Holla. And for those who really do like it. Have any Australian around you? Yeah, from people from Australia. Do you have any one of them around you? Anyone at all? Look around, check. Yeah. For those who do have an Australian, hug an Australian day. Yes. Hug a loved one, keep affection flowing. International Chernobyl Disaster Remembrance Day. It is National AI Day. The things AI is doing these days. What show was this I was listening to earlier? It was Tech Talk. Yes, it is in Tech Talk with Mina, and she was talking about impact of technology on medical science in Nigeria. And she and her guest, they delved a bit into the impact of AI so far. And something remarkable her guest on the show Saturday said, we haven't even tapped into 1/10 of what AI can do for us. We're still here. It's still basic. And it's interesting how there is so much more we can do. There is so much more we can tap into. So in line with that, it is AI Day. You could discover more AI and famous people who share, information or who are developing theories or more what's it called now, more features for AI technology. Shout out to you. And for people who are just doing research just to gain more knowledge about it, it's great. Knowledge is power. Never give up on your knowledge. All right. Gabriel, Gabby, I'm celebrating you today. It's your day, Gabriel Day. This day is, set aside to celebrate all the Gabriels in our lives, whether they are famous or not. Just be warm and be a Gabriel. That's all you need. Okay, just be a warm person. I like warm people. Garage Day it is. Oh, speaking of names, it's not just Gabriel we're celebrating today. Jason too. JJ, Jason, it's your day. No makeup day it is. Are you wearing makeup? If not, okay, it's no makeup day. Remember your first kiss? Your very first kiss? Remember it? Right. It is Remember Your First Kiss Day. I didn't make that up, I promise. Remember your first kiss. Oh, my voice just got softer, right? Just leave me, leave me alone. It is Remember Your First Kiss Day. Secretary's Day as well. If you're a secretary, this day is to you. We appreciate all of your efforts. We see the good works you're doing. So SO to you. Stop wasting food, okay? It's crazy to think that 1/3 of the food produced on Earth goes to waste. 1/3 of the food produced on Earth goes to waste. I needed to say that again for emphasis. 1/3 of the food that is produced on Earth goes to waste. And that's really sad. So, it is Stop Food Waste Day. Very important. And guess what? It is also World Stationery Day. The biros, the jotters, the pens, everything. See, I love that everything has a day that we celebrate them. World Stationery Day. International Intellectual Property Day as well. We're saluting all creators and inventors for their contribution to society's development. Every single one of them. So if you have invented anything at all, if you have invented anything, we love you a lot. Thank you. More power to your elbow. 5:23, let's take a break. When I come back, more information coming your way. Jaguar na 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 na. Jaguanana. You know who it is. Julius, Orlando Julius coming through.
Jẹsẹ o ìyàwó orin ní gbàngbẹ o ṣe Jaguana náà ó sisi alájẹsẹ o ìyàwó ní gbàngbẹ o ṣe èní ijó ọlá pàtí o èní ọtí ọlá sìgá o èní ijó ọlá pàtí o èní ijó ọlá pàtí o. Ene isa oshina patio Ene isa oshina sigao Apushkeleke o Jaguana now Gogo omi lo gbatan Jaguana now Wode mesika yina Jaguana now Gogo omi lo wa gbatan o Ìyá mi à ń bèrè wípé o Ibo la Bàbá mi à ń bèrè owó Tí mo bá délé Ìyá mi à ń bèrè wípé o Ibo la Bùrọ̀dá mi à ń bèrè owó. Yàgò bá délé. Olólùfẹ́ mi jọ̀wọ́ máa ròyìn tí mo ṣe. Bísí jọ̀wọ́ forí jì mí o. Ọ̀dọ́ yewu lọ máa mi ẹ̀. Yàbọ̀ sẹ́sà wálé. Ọ̀dọ́ yewu lọ máa mi ẹ̀. Yàbọ̀ sẹ́sà wálé. Yewo ooo. Yàbọ̀ sẹ́sà wálé. Yàbọ̀ sẹ́sà wálé. Àmà síwọ́. Ọ̀dọ́ yewu lọ máa mi. Yàbọ̀ sẹ́sà wálé. Jaguana náà sisi alájẹsẹ̀ o. Apushkeleke o. Ẹni asa ọ̀ṣinà pàtí o. Ẹni asa ọ̀ṣinà sìgá o. Kọ̀ọ̀kan tó ro fọ́ o. Jaguana láyé o. Ìyá mi à bèrè wípé o. Níbo lọ. Jerry Hansen à bèrè owó wa. Níbo bá délé. John Owó à bèrè wípé o. Níbo lọ. Frankie à bèrè owó. Níbo bá délé. Yé bèrè wípé o. Níbo lọ. Màmá mi à bèrè wípé o. Níbo bá délé. Olólùfẹ́ mi jọ̀wọ́ máa ròyìn tí mo ṣe.
And we just have that part on replay. I like it.
Olólùfẹ́ mi jọ̀wọ́ máa ròyìn tí mo ṣe.
Oh my God, I love African tunes. Forget, man. I could just get stuck on this for life. Oh, Orlando Julius, Jaguana now. One of my favorites of his ever done. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes, I'm really panting because I was moving a bit to the tune. My God.
Jaguana now, sisi alájẹsẹ̀ o. Apushkeleke o. Ẹni asa ọ̀ṣinà pàtí o. Ẹni asa ọ̀ṣinà sìgá o. Àmà síwọ́. Ọ̀dọ́ yìí bú náà máa mi. Jaguana now, sisi alájẹsẹ̀ o. Apushkeleke o. Ẹni asa ọ̀ṣinà pàtí o. Ẹni asa ọ̀ṣinà sìgá o. Kọ̀ọ̀kan tó ro fọ́n jagun wà nànáyé o. Ìyá mi á béèrè wípé.
Níbo níbo lọ.
Jerry Hansen á béèrè owó wa.
Níbo bá délé.
John Owó á béèrè wípé o.
Níbo níbo lọ.
Frankie á béèrè owó.
Níbo bá délé.
Yé béèrè wípé o.
Níbo níbo lọ.
Màmá mi á béèrè wípé o.
Níbo bá délé.
Olólùfẹ́ mi jọ̀wọ́ máa ròyìn tí mo ṣe.
Actually, that was the part I was waiting for. Okay, so I'm back. So Orlando Julius is actually one of the most innovative and pioneering musicians of his time. He has made an amazing difference in the Nigerian music between the 60s and the 70s when it was like hot wave. Everybody was listening to Orlando Julius. And even till now, look at me here, still flexing to Jaguanana and a lot of other songs that he's done. Colombia. I think I should understand all the languages in West Africa, or maybe even Africa, as a matter of fact. I could if I want. Well, if I could, I would have. God. Well, you see this particular song, it came in a double CD pack and includes the, Super Afro Soul with Orlando and his modern aces and Orlando's Afro ideas. That the one that was rave of the moment between 1969 and 1972 and all of that. Oh, God. For those who can relate, I'm sure you can relate. I know. Okay, good old days. I mean, may his soul continue to rest in peace. Died very recently. It was last year, right, that he died. And we talked about it extensively here on the show on Super Citizen at Sunset. 5:30 p.m. It is time for us to get started on what's happening around Nigeria and Africa. Well, speaking of what's happening around Africa, first of all, happy birthday to Tanzania. It was on this day that Tanganyika and Zanzibar joined forces to become Tanzania. But hey, give me a minute. We'll be getting to that in a bit. That'll be after the news at 6, all right? I'll be giving you all the information that you need to know. For lovers of history like me, stay tuned. So this story from Kenya, though, very disturbing one. Let me start from the beginning. So, these folks... a group of people, they say they are religious people. Where do I start? From the beginning. So the church is named Good News International Church, right? And the pastor decided, the pastor's name is Paul Mackenzie Ntenge. This is in Kenya, live. It's not fiction. Nobody made this up, right? So he told his followers that they should fast. They should just fast. And that after fasting, it's like a starvation cult, so to say. So they fast to death and then they meet God. Is it not crazy? Listen again. So you're going to any religious gathering of any sort. It doesn't matter. Christianity, Islam, traditional, whatever. And then your leader tells you that the best way to meet your God is that you starve to death. And you legit believe him. And then you start starving. And you starve to death for real. This is no joke. The thing is, as it stands now, a number of bodies have been discovered. That's how the story broke. Because dead bodies began to, turn up. And investigations carried out show that these people belong to the same, is it church now or cult? I don't even know what to call it. Let me start the story from according to reports. Hear it. It says Kenyan investigators just yesterday, the 25th of April, 2023, exhumed 10 more bodies from mass graves linked to a starvation cult, bringing the total number of victims to 83 so far. 83 people have died because they decided to starve so that they can see their God. Hey, God. And of course, there are still concerns that the death toll will still rise even further. Police have spent days scouring the Shakahola forest near the coastal town of Malindi after receiving a tip-off about a cult led by Paul Mackenzie Nthenge, who urged his followers to starve to death in order to find God. The 10 bodies recovered on Tuesday included 3 children. 3 children. Children were dragged into this nonsense. 3 children. Emergency workers clad in white jumpsuits exhumed their remains from shallow graves and also found 2 emaciated survivors. That's according to the AFP journalist. The grim discovery has sent shockwaves through the country, prompting President William Ruto of Kenya, of course, to pledge a crackdown on unacceptable religious movements. As the fatalities mounted, authorities at the state-run Malindi Sub-Country Hospital warned that the morgue was running out of space to store the bodies, and they are already operating well over capacity. And of course, more bodies have been discovered on the daily. Yesterday was 10, and then it rounded off figures to about 83 or so. More will be found. As the fatalities mounted, authorities at the state-run Malindi Sub-Country Hospital have also warned that people should stay very careful. This is what the hospital administrator said. He said the hospital mortuary has a capacity of only 40 bodies. He added that officials had reached out to the Kenya Red Cross for refrigerated containers so that they could store up bodies. It is believed that some followers of the church or the said church could still be hiding in the bush around the Shakahola, and they could be at risk of death if not quickly found. So those who are alive may not even be willing to, willingly stop this starvation process. They are still willing to fast until death, so that they can meet God. What degree of brainwash could lead anybody to this point? I see some videos on social media and I am irked, but this takes the cake. So, I see some videos of some pastors walking on bodies, on people, on humans, because they say something about how that they're not supposed to match the ground. I don't get it. Or the pastor is bathing adults inside of a church. They're bathing them in some basins. Or they do some kind of tricks and the man is floating into sky or passing through ceilings and POP. It's crazy the things we see. But this takes the cake because this one involves life now. At some point you will starve until you die, and that's the only way you meet your God. This your God must be really cruel. Anyway, Hussein Khalid, he's the executive director of the rights group Haki Africa. He was one that tipped off the police, and he urged the authorities to send more rescuers to scour the woodland for survivors. Some people may be there. This is what he said. Each day that passes by, there is a very high possibility that more people are dying, and they are going to die. It's not war. It's not war. It's not civil unrest. It's not crisis. It's nothing. They just chose to fast to death. The horror that we have seen over the past 4 days is traumatizing. Nothing prepares you for shallow mass graves of children. That's what Hussein Hakili said. Omo, I cannot say. May the souls of the departed rest in peace. I really do hope that they find peace. Because after all this suffering, if you not find peace, I don't know. Anyway, there is more. Okay, so just to round off that story now, there have been efforts to, encourage more people to come up with information. If you have information about the whereabouts of some of these people who have started this fasting, you could come forward and tell the police. The president, as I mentioned earlier, has promised that he would, crack down on everyone who's misleading people. The Kenyan Red Cross said 212 people had been reported missing to its support staff in the area, out of which 2 were reunited with their families very recently. And they're, of course, doing everything that they can to ensure that more people are rescued. So so that's one of the stories from Africa. Oh yeah, Nigeria, shall we? Well, this is still Nigerians in diaspora, so it's sort of international still. Nigeria in Sudan, Nigerians in Sudan. The federal government of Nigeria, they have said that they are making moves to procure 40 luxury buses towards the evacuation of Nigerians trapped in Sudan. That sounds good, right? They want to buy buses. They want to make a move to rescue people. Good stuff, right? It doesn't stop there, all right? This is the other part. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Onyema, who spoke today after the Federal Executive Council meeting, said the buses are expected to cost the government $1.2 million. Yeah. So they will spend about $1.2 million to buy buses that they would use to evacuate Nigerians from Sudan and not bring them home or take them to Egypt. You understand? Right. Anyway, there's a 72-hour ceasefire agreement going on in Sudan right now. So according to Minister of Foreign Affairs, he said the government has concluded talks with the Sudanese government and that they're on the same page. And he said during the evacuations, priority will not be accorded any diplomat. And he said that the government will be prioritizing women and children only. But my question, I like the fact that we're trying to make moves. Meanwhile, this evacuation thing was supposed to have started yesterday, right, or even earlier, because the federal government said it was going to be Tuesday. But somehow, well, we're here now. It really started yet, right? But why would we need to buy buses for $1.2 million? Are there other ways we could get these buses? It's important, of course. It's an important venture, but is there any other way that we could get these buses? Could we enter into any sort of partnership with anybody? Could we have some people? Could we rent, in fact? Could we rent any buses at all? Do we have to buy them at this time? Because every time we hear things like, oh, there is not enough money, there is not enough money, there is not enough money. And then we're not talking 1.2 million naira. We're talking $1.2 million. Do you want to do the calculations of the exchange? As I said, this is important. Nigerians need to be rescued. But at this point, man, could we get it for cheaper? Using any wiser technique? Just wondering. Okay, so in related matters, of course, NICOM boss Abike Dabiri Herewa has on her Twitter page disclosed that some students were being put on buses according to their state of origin for ease of conveying the students that were put on the buses according to the state of origin for them to return or at least be evacuated from Sudan to neighboring country, Egypt. So far, so good. Remember, that's the talks, where the talks are the one the talks have been about all day. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Call me again. The numbers you can call 0818-22-22-205. You can also send me your WhatsApp message onto that number. The number again, 0818-22-22-205. I promise I've learned how to pick the calls. Someone was dragging me here the other day saying, oh, only 2 days. You took a holiday. You don't know how to pick calls again. I have learned it. I have. You can also call 0818-22-22-205. 0818-22-22-205. Taking a couple of stories already, so if you want to react to any one of them, do not hesitate to call me up. As I was looking at the story about Nigerians being evacuated already, some of them have been put in a bus. It was not yet clear the number of Nigerians that have been moved so far. Sorry, yeah, now I'm here. It wasn't yet clear the number of students that have been moved so far, but the NITCOM chair said 2 more buses from other locations were now ready to also depart, and emphasized that the first set took off from International University for Africa. Remember that we're also making, it's not just about dumping them in Egypt, we're also making plans to receive them much later at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja here. Fingers crossed. Well, we're looking forward to that too, because for me, I think when we can begin to rejoice is when they safely land back in Nigeria. not just moving them to Egypt or other neighboring countries. I think it's when they actually get home and say, hey, I'm home. There is no place like home, home sweet home. When I go north, south, east or west, I will always come back home. That's a Edna. Oh yeah, Evie Edna. Okay. More stories coming your way in a bit. Citizen FM 93.7. Stay with me.
It has just begun.
Check it out.
Rescan your dial. Now.
You found it.
You found it.
Citizen 93.7 FM. Abuja. We are the best. To 93.7 Citizen FM. Based in Nigeria's capital.
Your number one radio station.
Touch them down.
Citizen FM Abuja. Now we be the voice of the people. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Make we join our hands to build a nation of our dreams. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Make we join our hands to build a nation of our dreams. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Yeah. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Shake it, shake it. Citizen FM, Citizen FM.
I bet it crossed your mind. Stay connected to the Super Citizen Show as we enjoy a great radio experience on 93.7 Citizen FM Abuja. It's the full package.
Hello. Hello. Good evening to you. Pardon?
My name is Patrick.
Oh, Patrick, how you doing? Alrighty.
But I didn't read something like you said that the Nigerians who are supposed to be evacuated from Sudan.
It's a little noisy where you are. I can hardly hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Can you move away from where you are? Oh yeah, it's better now.
Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
You said something like it is state authority that we used to evacuate them.
Okay, really, it's not possible to hear you. If you can move away.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's great.
I heard you say that it is with state authority that they will evacuate them.
Yeah.
Why?
Okay.
Why? Hello?
I'm here.
Why?
For easy identification.
No, this is Madam Didi.
Mm-hmm.
We are talking of Nigerians here. Must we carry state authority there? Must we use every state authority once is necessary? These are Nigerians. Why not just evacuate them based on these are Nigerians? You are bringing them back. Must we put state authority there? I want to put this on our country. Americans, when Americans were arrested their own, did they put you are from Tokyo and say and New Jersey? Why not always make us look as if we always want to show ourselves as a country that we are not united, we are just like that. That doesn't really make sense. But whatever they will do, they should just rescue them, they should come back. All and that from
Okay.
It is not friendly any longer.
All right.
Say something like 2 point something million, something like that.
$1.2 million
To do what?
to buy buses.
Wait. How can we need to buy buses again?
Eh.
from Ethiopia to
From Sudan to Egypt.
We need to buses. This is serious.
That's what Minister of Foreign Affairs said.
It is serious.
What do you mean serious?
No, I just hope that those people on the rest, we don't know whatever impulse they will get back. That they have to spend $5 million buses. Nigerians will want. But me and my good problem is that that's the authority. I think the best is so.
No best.
For Kenya, there was people who say they allow somebody to deceive them. Therefore, Bible then does say men are starting as
like seriously, man.
Well, people should get sense.
Honestly.
Why people will just allow themselves to be just confused by people who are already frustrated. You know, some of these people, these videos that you watch, how can somebody imagine an adult in a church? People will be there every Sunday. Hello?
I'm here. Or even bathing them. I've seen those that go, they unclad themselves to bathe.
Yeah. Where in the Bible did Jesus do business? Where in the Bible did any of the prophets do business? People should please know the Bible for themselves.
Right.
It is not funny. Sometimes I just think that there will be a law when we see this kind of people. Make sure that they are punished severely so that other people will, even the church members say, punish them. Look, now they are looking for those that will be rescued. They are running. Why are they running? They don't want to die.
They want to die. That's the point. They want to die.
Now, we that are seeing lights now want to rescue them so that they will be fine, so that they will be alive. They are running away. They are believing the words of their pastor. This one is not even pastor saying the words of an ritualist. This is an ritualist. So people should please know God for themselves.
Right.
And not allow somebody confusing them with doctrine that is not there in the Bible. It's not found anywhere in the Bible. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Patrick. Thank you for your contribution. Let's take a look at some headlines very quickly within the 5 minutes that we have. And then we'll round things off. Uzodimma moves to pay gratuities and check off dues of IMO pensioners. Kidnapped monarch. We are making progress in security. That's according to the Kogi state government. Controlling cholera in Nigeria. That's a special report you may want to check out on Leadership today. I am drug-free. I am unencumbered by identity scandals like you. Atiku tells Tinubu. The back and forth, right? Let's see, what else do we have at this time? Headlines trending at this hour. Pfizer restates need to restore and strengthen immunization service in Nigeria. Okie dokie. I think that's about it in Leadership right now. Let's see, what do we have on Vanguard? Oh, yeah, Alan Onyema, FP CEO. He's talking on Vanguard, explaining his motivation for evacuating stranded Nigerians in Sudan. Remember, he had said earlier that he would contribute his quota, that he would send planes to Sudan to evacuate Nigerians as an individual, not the government. Anyway, you want to catch that, you may want to check out Vanguard at this time. Let me just take a peep into it. He said that he was to make use of his blessings to unite Nigerians, to also harness the opportunities that abound in the diverse ethnic nationalities of the country. That's what he said. Okay? Good. Okay. Let me see. Oh my God, I hate how time flies. Pardon me. Sorry, I didn't know. I missed it. Call me again if you can. 0818-22-22-205. Again, 0818-22-22-205. Brother, you're sending me a link. I don't know if it's a brother or a sister. Whoever it is you are, I don't know what you want me to do with this. No. You want me to check out a story? You need to type something, like attach some sort of story. Let me get a drift. Let me get your drift. Let me get a hang of what you're trying to talk about, okay? I can't just click on any random link. But thank you for sending it, though. Thanks, but no thanks. Yeah, that works. Okay, what else do I have? Some headlines on Premium Times. Yeah, the evacuation of Nigerians from Sudan. Nigeria begins evacuation of its citizens in Sudan. Trial. Nigeria police begin trial of 6 officers who smacked 2 people with machete. People have mind, though. People do have mind. Finally, because my time. Court reschedules trial of Abuja pastor arrested for wielding gun during church service. Okay, I think this headline was from yesterday. I mentioned it, but I didn't, look at it like critically. I didn't bring you details, but yes, it's been rescheduled. Once it's resolved, I will be bringing you updates. For now, that's just what you need to know. Come on home, the Lijadu sisters. I'll see you top of the hour, 6 o'clock with the news. Stay with us. It is an FM 93.7.